Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So today I'm trying out a new idea that I've seen on Mandy's channel. That's Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. I really wanted to have a go. So basically, I think the video was inspired by something that Corey Damon has done, and it was some like specimen window things with scraps all the way around the outside, and I just really wanted to have a go. So I thought I would do them in my colours. So just to prepare, I have got this pink, and it's got like gold on it. I had an A4 sheet of that, which I've just cut into essentially 4, so half and half again, to give me almost like postcard size. And I didn't do it. I didn't do them all exact. I just guesstimated. And I'm going to be using some vellum because I actually had this vellum, an A4 sheet of it sitting on my desk at the time of watching the video. So I thought, oh, brill, I'll go ahead and use that. I think Mandy's video, she used acetate. So that's what I'm going to use. And I have gone ahead and just cut up a load of my cardstock scrapbook paper scraps. Essentially, I'll show you. I had a whole ton of this kind of a scrap where it's just like strips and, you know, little pieces like this, which, you know, we don't always know what to do with. So I've cut up a load of those. So I've got a whole bunch of small bits, and this is essentially going to make our frame around what's going to be in the window. Now, I don't know if I've cut these to be the right sort of size. I just kind of guessed. I'm not really sure. And I've kind of gone with colours that I thought would go well together. So you might notice if I just show you those. They're fairly neutral, but with pinks in there. So they're all different scraps, all different paper pads, but they all kind of went together in this kind of blush, neutral kind of tone. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will be good for me today. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go one at a time because I have never done this before. So we want to go ahead, and I think I'm going to start by just laying the scraps down. I think that's how Mandy did it. As I say, nothing I've ever done before. Mandy's video was awesome, so do check that out if you've not come across it. Okay, so I think some of my scraps are going to be too big, so I'm going to hang them over the edge and I'll just cut off the excess. I think that will be the easiest thing. And we'll just yeah, see what happens. Fingers crossed, eh? As I say, I've never tried this, so I'm just gonna have a go. And as soon as I saw the video, I was like, oh, that looks so fun. I really want to try that and see if I can do it. I think I want to overlap some of them so that we're not just getting all like they're like going to overlap each other. So do you think I should just start gluing some down? Whether you agree or not, I'm doing it. Yeah, I think I should start gluing some stuff down. And really, I mean, Mandy's video was great because she showed you don't really have to put that much thought into it. She just went for it. So yeah, I'm hoping I'll be able to just go for it. I'm a less of a go for it person. But I am trying. Okay, I think I want to use this one. But I think I'm going to have this one hanging over the edge as well. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I got it. I think that makes sense. We'll see. We'll see what happens, eh? But yeah, if you would like to see Mandy's video, I highly recommend it. I've actually not seen Corey's video. I should go and check that out really and sort of see, you know, see the difference between the two. But before I did that, I just thought I'm gonna I'm gonna come along and do my own version. Okay. Oh, which side? Well, that's quite nice. It's got like a border, but no, I think I'll glue that side. So I'm going with the idea that I want to get 4 done, but obviously me being quite a slow crafter compared to other people, I don't know how, I don't know if that's too ambitious. So I'm going to go with the idea that I want to get 4 done, and then if I have to, you know, pause the video and what have you, then I will. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. Okay, so I'll glue this section. But yeah, I thought this would be a really great way to use up scraps. I'm always trying to find ways to just use the piddly bits and in different ways, not just punch circles from them all. Because if you've seen my videos recently, you'll know that I end up punching circles from everything. And then, yeah, I just end up having too many circles to actually use, you know. So I want to try and avoid that for a little while. Okay. I don't know whether to just, I'm going to move that out of the way. I don't know if that's helping me, whether I should just do it like this. Yeah, I'm going to try it like this because I don't know if the background is putting me off. So yeah, I might only do 2 frames on video, and then I'll do the other 2 off camera because I'm thinking, oh gosh, I really do take a long time to do things, don't I? That's going to look nice. That kind of matches the other side then. There we go. So if you haven't seen Mandy's video, I definitely recommend checking it out. Actually, I'm just going to put that one underneath if I can. Nope, the art glitter is not going to let me. That's fine. That'll be fine. Because we are going to decorate these afterwards as well. That's the bit that I have to remember. Is this is just the initial layer, and then you start. Yeah, you start doing the rest, decorating them. So what do I want for that corner? I don't know whether I should do another bit of this ledger. That blue's putting me off, so I'm going to cut that off because I don't want blue today. That's it. And then that way I think that will just go like that. So I hope you don't mind me giving this a go. As I say, I saw the video and thought, oh, I really want to try that. Must try that. Oops. Okay, so that is my first frame, not done, but the first layer is down. So that's how we're looking. I assume I'm going to cut off these pieces once I've glued everything down into place, but for now that's what I've got. So I'll do another one, I think, just so that you can see that I'm trying very hard not to put excessive thought into it. But I will do, yeah, I'll just do the 2 because otherwise I think I'll be here ages. Nearly glued it down on the cardstock rather than the vellum. Okay. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out the other videos. So I will link Mandy's video, and if I can find it, I will also link Corey's video, seeing as that's where, you know, where we're getting the inspiration from. Yeah, let's do that. And then that way you can see all different ways that people have done it, and you can make up your own mind as to what you prefer and how you want to make yours. If you want to do it, do this. If you want to give it a go. I'm actually really liking the Tim Hearts. I told myself not to just do what Mandy did, but I am liking the Tim Hearts. But I do want to try and work in, you know, some of my pinks. And as I say, I wasn't sure how big to do my scraps, like how wide or what, like I just did not know. So I just kind of went with whatever, really. I don't think there is any rhyme to reason. It's just, you know, what you think looks good for your project, I guess. Just using up scraps, isn't it? So I think I would like to have this somewhere. Oops. Oh, I hope these turn out good. I hope I like them. I loved Mandy's, so I'm really hoping that I can, I'll like mine. I'm sure I will. I just have to keep reminding me this is the first layer and we decorate later. So I think I should probably do another of this scrap to keep that in keeping. Right, then the last piece, what do you think we should do? That's kind of the same as that one, so how about we go with the running out of options? We'll just do the silver. This is a really nice textured silver, this one. Really nice. And then if I, whoops, layer that over there. Sorry if I'm pulling things to me, I just want to make sure that I'm not getting glue all over my desk. Not too much anyway. I actually really like it just with the vellum. I know that the point is to turn them into journal cards and have something on the back that, you know, if you imagine it like this and you would write on the back. I just really like it with the vellum. Okay, so I've done 2. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other 2 done off screen just so that I can get these scraps used up. And then I'll come back for the next step and we'll just see how we get going. See how we do. Okay, I've got all 4 frames done. I don't know if I went as eclectic as what other people have done, but we're just going to see what happens. So now I'm just going to cut everything down to the size of my vellum. I'm doing it with scissors. I did think about getting the trimmer out, but I don't trust myself doing it in a straight line with the trimmer because everything is so higgledy-piggledy. So I'm just going to try my best to stick to where I can see the vellum. Whoops. And I'm really excited because this kind of project where, you know, we're cutting it from behind, like a masterboard, I don't know what it's going to look like. And I'm really excited. So let's just see, shall we? Okay, moment of truth. Hey, that's all right. Obviously I need to do some decorating and stuff, but I think that's going to be okay. Looks better than it did before I cut everything down. There you go. That's all right, isn't it? Okay, let's go for the next one. Thought I would cut them with you because then you can get my real reaction of what I think after, you know, cutting everything down. I don't know if this is how Mandy did them. I'm not very good at following instruction videos. I'm just terrible. I can watch things multiple times over and I still will end up doing it my own way. And so yeah, I definitely recommend, you know, checking out other people's videos so you can get a sense for how we're all doing it. And the great thing is you can turn them upside down if you decide. Like that one is like a thick border here going to thinner. So this one isn't in the middle. It's kind of, my window is off to one side, but I kind of like that. It's a bit quirky. You know? Yeah, all right. Well, I'm just doing it my way. I'm just going with the flow now. Yeah. But I do love this kind of project where you just don't know how it's going to go until you start cutting into it. That's why I like to cut my masterboards from the back of it, because then like I can't be distracted by what I'm seeing. I'm simply just cutting it down to, in this case, a frame shape. You know, you don't know what you're going to get. but I'm liking them. I think I'm liking them. I'm just trying to keep the backing cardstock with the pieces, so because they're all different sizes, you see. But no, I'm liking them so far. So there we go. Considering I used all different paper pads, I think if you just had scraps from like one paper pad left over, you'd probably get a more cohesive look. Where we're just using complete odds and ends, they will have that more eclectic feel, but that's personally what I was going for myself, what I wanted anyway. Whether I was able to do it or not, we shall see. I'm just going to, with this one, because I've got a little bit funny in one corner, I'm just going to cut this one with the trimmer just along that top edge. That's it. I'm liking them. I'm liking them. There we go. All right, so next step. I believe, actually I'm just going to get these scraps off my desk because I don't think I want to keep any of these. Oops. And they're going to go all over my floor if I'm not careful. Okay, so the next step is to get what you want in the window. So this is similar to how Mandy did it. She had these beautiful flowers that she bought from a lady from our Facebook group, Susan, and Mandy kindly sent some to me. So I'm going to see if I can use some of these. Now, because we've got the vellum, it is, can you see that? Rather than it being acetate, you're going to see less in the window. And I personally was happy about that because these are very bright colours. And I thought by having them behind the vellum, it might be, you know, we're going to dull it down slightly with the vellum rather than the acetate, which is what I wanted for my project. What do you think? You know, with some labels and stuff on the outside, I think that's going to look really nice. So, I don't want to waste any of this. So, some of it wants coming off. So, I just want to just cut a couple of bits off that I know you're not going to see through the frame. Okay, right. Now, what I'm unsure of is how on earth you're supposed to get it in the right place, ready for gluing. Okay, so I think this big flower is going over this flower. So in my case, in this particular instance, I know where I'm going, so wish me luck. Gluing things in exact places is, yeah, a bit of a bugbear for me. Hate doing it. I can never get it right. But in this case, this first one will be relatively easy, she says. And I'm just getting some glue on where we're going to stitch around these. Whoops. Okay, let's just double check before that has a... Yep, I'm happy with that. As I say, because we're using the vellum, I think it's going to hide some of the getting things in wrong places or what have you, I think. Because it's a slightly cloudy kind of surface. Now, I haven't inked around any of my scraps. I hope that's okay. I suppose because we're going to do the stitching, that's going to give it a bit of a border, isn't it? Right. So you're not going to see any of this. I'm just going to put a load of glue on. I know I'm stitching around it, but I don't want it to move before I've stitched what I need to. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to turn that over. That's it. And then I think what Mandy did is she did a stitch all the way around the edge and then also in the middle, like following all these bits. So I think I'll do the same. But before I do that, I do need to trim some stuff up before I do the stitching. Can you see that where we cut the vellum down slightly? But I think I like it, which is good. Right, shall we do another? Yeah, I'm glad I went with the vellum idea for my ones. I loved the acetate ones, but because I wanted to use these bright flowers, I just felt like I wanted to, yeah, just dull them down a little bit to go with my frame, because I knew I wanted to use these sort of more blush kind of colours. But we still got the gold. We've got my sparkle behind. Okay, right. Okay. Now I'm gonna see about holding this. I'm just gonna glue it in sections. Otherwise, knowing me, I really will not get it in the right place. So if I glue that bit first, oops, there we go. And then I can glue the top bit. Yeah. That's fine. I don't do precision. That's why I could never get on with like traditional paper crafting, is I'm not very good at precision. Straight lines, gluing things in the right place, just no, not for me. Okay. And then we can put that on. I'm enjoying the idea that you don't really know what you're going to get. Really enjoying that. And then once we decorate them up, I think they're going to look really good. So I'm just keeping an eye on the time. I did want to use some of these pink ones, so like these are just petals, which I didn't know how to use. These are left over from something else. One of my previous projects. So this might be a bit trickier, but I just kind of wanted to build up a picture maybe. I don't know if this will look right. We'll just see what happens. Oops. Is it too much? It kind of looks like the life cycle of a plant, is what I was thinking. You know, in specimen books or field guides where they have, like, you know, the different the different stages, life cycle, that's the word. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to get these where I had them. Appreciate this is a bit laborious, but I wanted to get these used as well because I didn't know how to use them. These little petals. I thought maybe this will be something. So I've just got the one last one to do. Try not to get glue all over my card. Easier said than done. Okay. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, I think so. Obviously with the stitching around, it's going to look quite different again, isn't it? Well, I'm having fun. Right, and then for the last one, are there any flowers that we have not used yet? I think I might go with one of these big ones again. Just trying to have it. I don't know whether to add another one or not. That's kind of cool, where it's like, sorry, cog's whirring. I was just thinking it kind of looks fun where you've got the two together somehow. Trust me, I always like to make life complicated. No, it's probably too much, isn't it? Although the two together is kind of cool, I like that. So I'm going to do that. Right, let's just cut this one off here. Okay. So this one we know we want to, oh, we'll do the same thing as before. Right, let's do the same thing. So we know we want it about here. So put some glue. Where we're stitching around, we don't have to be, you know, the glue can just be in drips and drabs as we need to. And then this, I think, wants to just sit in the cracks just like that. Really intrigued what these will look like once I've decorated them. I feel like they're going to look really different again, decorated, aren't they? There we go, that's that one. Alright, so the next stage, I realise I need to glue this one down whilst I'm talking. So the next stage is to sew around them. So I'll go off and do that now. And then when I come back, we'll add some fussy cuts and things to the outside. There'll be like labels and numbers and words, that kind of a thing, probably. But I'll have a think about it, and then we'll come back and decorate. So stay tuned. Fingers crossed that that this project goes as well as Vandy's did. And yeah, I'll catch you after our little break. And I'm back from the sewing machine. So I've now stitched around them and I absolutely love them. I really do. So I'm going to talk a little bit about them. So I'm just going to bring them up so you can see. I feel like the stitching really, really pulls it together. So in my case, I just used cream stitching because I just really like how it looks. They remind me a little bit of patchwork. Now what I wanted to mention was I think at this stage normally people have been embellishing them further. So I'll show you an example. You know when you can see little bits that are peeking out and bits that want extra things. I think people have been going in and adding a little bit of extra details to them. You know, that kind of a thing. And I agree wholeheartedly. I do think they need it. However, I'm not going to do mine today. And the reason for it is because I'm looking at them now. I was originally making these as journal cards. But how cool would these be as journal toppers? They would be so fun and unique, wouldn't they? So I actually think I'm going to save the embellishing for when I come to use them, because then I'll know where they're going and all the rest of it. And the one thing I wanted to mention is in some cases, like for example this one, I might even end up adding like book plates to them. You know? I mean, doesn't it look like it belongs on a journal? Yeah, I love them. I love this idea. So I apologise for the video because whilst I was making them, I was a bit unsure. I'll give you that. I loved Mandy's, and I loved, there was a couple of ladies in the Facebook group who had made their versions, and I loved them. I loved Mandy's ones, and I loved the ones that I'd seen. When I was making mine, I was thinking, oh no, I've not done this justice and all the rest of it. But honestly, stick with it. And that is a lesson for me as well. To stick with something, stick with a project until you're actually in a stage where you can say, right, now I'm going to look at it. Because honestly, that stitching has really pulled them together, and I absolutely love them. I just think they look like some kind of patchwork. So will I do this again? 1000% yes, I really will. I want to make heaps more. I just think they look so cool. And so yeah, so if you haven't given this a go, please do. I think you'll be really happy with it. As I said, I will link Mandy's video and Corey Damon's video in the description box, so you can see different versions of these. And also have a look at our Facebook group if you're in there, because there's been a couple of other examples, and of course everyone's doing things differently, everyone's doing things their own way. In my case, I used Vellum, and I'm glad that I did that. I think it's gone really, really well with the papers that I've used for the border, where they're a little bit more like blush, like not neutral because there is colour in there, but they're a bit more toned down than my usual bright happy colours. So yeah, I'm thrilled. Absolutely thrilled with these. But yeah, I do really think these are going to look so fun on a journal cover. So I'm going to leave it there. And as I say, these will pop up in future projects, I'm sure. And I'll do the embellishing stage then. So exactly where I know where they're going. And like I said, on some of them, they might end up having like a book plate or something. So I just thought I would share, because that is one thing that you can make with these. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope that you like them. I hope that you can see that they do, you know, the stuff does pull together in the end. But yeah, that's a lesson for me as well, is sometimes you're working on something and you're thinking, oh, this, I'm not so sure about this, I'm not so sure. Stick with it, because in the end, it does come together. So I'm going to end on that note, say goodbye, and I hope to see you on the next video. Goodbye for now. Have a lovely rest of your day.